Amen.
Turn this down a little bit.
I'm just kidding.
I should pray.
Why?
I'm very good. Listen up.
Are you trying to do a podcast?
All right, listen up. In this walk, you're going to have some things that are happening in your life. And what you got to understand is life doesn't stop. How many know life doesn't stop no matter what? Whether you're a teenager or whether you're an adult, life does not stop for you. Every day is going to become whether you're ready for it or not. If God allow you to live and you go to sleep tonight, you're going to wake up, tomorrow's going to be a new day. There are no 2 days that are the same. So what worked yesterday might not work today. What you did today might not work tomorrow because it's a different day. Everybody looks at it like it's the same, but it's not. There are no 2 days that are alike. So your life is an everyday thing. Every day. You live day by day by day. It's a journey. A journey is going from one day to the next day to the next day. It's not staying in one place. It's not doing the same thing. It's moving forward. And in your life, life is going to move forward, whether you are ready for it or not. Whether you're upset, whether you are sad, whether you're going through, whether you have problems, whether you have situations, what you have to learn is life doesn't stop because of you. I don't know why they don't tell teenagers. I wish somebody would have told me that life doesn't stop because of me or because of my problems or because of things that happen in my life. Life does not stop. It keeps right on moving. What you have to do is you have to change your perception of what life is to you. Because if you don't change your mindset, what happens is life will consume you. Regardless of how you may change, regardless of what people may do, only you can change you. My mom tried to change me for years. I know my voice is bad. They really did. They did everything they could to try to make me good. They did everything in their power to try to make me make the right choices. But guess what? I made all the wrong choices because I wanted to.
Same.
There's no secret about some of the things I did.
Yeah.
And I will share with you some of the things I did. I went to church every Sunday. I went to church every Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, church every day.
Oh yeah, I had to go to church every time the church doors are open. My granddad, we stayed with our granddad. We got a big house, a family estate house. It's really big. So we had to go to church every time the church doors were open. My granddad was the head deacon. He had been the head deacon until he died for over 60 years. My grandmother was a church mother. She had been a church mother for over 50-something years. So I had to go to church every Sunday. I found out, I really asked myself, when can I stop going to church? They said, when I get my own house. When I graduate and get my own house. So life doesn't stop. I made some bad choices in life, but it still doesn't stop. Even the guys that make bad choices, life still doesn't stop. You just got to suffer the consequences for your choice. And what you got to understand is, in this journey, you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to have some ups, and you're going to have some downs. But what you got to do is you got to be able to move forward. If you can't move forward, life will consume you. So it's all in how you look at it. How I look at life and how Anna looks at life is two different perceptions. One, I've got more experience. I've lived a lot longer. I've lived I lived double. Could be probably tripled her age that she's lived. So my perception, her perception might be different. So when things happen on my journey, my perception and my reaction is going to be different than hers. And what you got to understand is, as you begin to go, everybody's perception and reaction is different. So as you begin to go, the one thing that does not change, and what we don't really realize is God. It doesn't matter whether you choose to walk with God, whether you choose not to walk with God. It doesn't matter whether you choose to be a Christian, be saved. It doesn't matter whether you choose not to be saved. The one thing that does not change as life begins to go is God. The same God that was in your past when you did some things that were really bad. It's the same God right now in your present. The only thing that has changed is you. The same God that was in your past, your present, and your future is the same God that's here right now. He's not going to change. That's the only thing that does not change. It's God. We change. So what is your perception? What is your mindset on this walk? In the Bible, in Judges, I talked about it. I read the scripture. I'll try to get it so I can post it on Snapchat when my voice comes back. But the Bible talks about Gideon. God chose Gideon. Don't you think about this? God chose you, but you don't feel like you're worthy to be chose. That's kind of strange, ain't it? So how many just don't feel like they're worthy to be chosen by God because of life? Because of some of the things that have happened to you, or because of some of the choices you made, you don't feel like you're worthy to be chosen by God. You don't want to be chosen by God. Gideon didn't want to be chosen by God. He wanted to keep hiding. He was doing something that was very crazy. He was pressing wheat in a wine press. You don't do that. It's just, but they were hiding out because they had raiders coming in. And God chose him to save Israel. The army was big that he had to go up against. But God told him that he chose him. This is what Gideon said about himself. He said, why would you choose me? I'm a nobody. I come from the weakest family in Israel. The weakest family in Judah. I'm a nobody. Why would you even want to use me? Sometimes our perception of ourselves is not how God sees us. So what you got to understand is how God sees you and how you see you is sometimes it's opposite. You look in the mirror and you see somebody that's weak and fragile. God looks at you and sees somebody that's great. Somebody that's awesome. Somebody that he can work through. Somebody that can touch lives. So your perception of yourself and your journey is very important in your life. Right now, you're teenagers. Right now is the most important time of your life as you're a teenager. Because your perception of life right now is what's going to be the groundwork for your future. Some kids start off bad. Some kids' groundwork and foundation is they party and they do drugs. Well, until they come out of it, that's the foundation that they're setting now. It don't mean that they're going to be drug addicts, but it's going to mean it's going to be a part of their life unless something changes. Some kids are sexaholics. I mean, they're addicted to sex.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wow. She had to really grab that one.
Yeah, I think
They really are.
Yeah.
And what happens is they're setting themselves up for future sexaholics. That means they're going to bounce from relationship to relationship. Why? Because they're never being fulfilled. Why? Because they started off building a foundation on that. Some people are going to be very, very depressed because they let life and situations right now make them depressed. So it builds, and they keep building onto that depression. Some people have anxiety. I've never seen so many young people with anxiety. And they're getting medication for it. Strong medication for it. I'm talking about teenagers. I've never anxiety. They just can't handle it. I can understand adults. A teenager should not be up under that much pressure. That's what they have adults for. There should be somebody that you can trust and talk to where you shouldn't be up under that much pressure. But you're setting the foundation for a future. So right now is what do you see yourself as? What is your perception of your life right now? I'm not talking about what somebody told you or what they told you they wanted you to be. What do you want to be? Nobody should be able to tell you what you want to be. You should know what you want to be because it's your journey. God had set Gideon up for this journey. All throughout his life, he was already set up for this journey. All throughout your life, God has already set you up for the journey. You thinking, even though things have happened, things that were not good. I've had some bad things happen in my life. but it helped me on my journey now. People always say that at my age, if you could go back and be 21 again, well, would you change anything? I wouldn't change a thing. And I made some pretty bad decisions, but I wouldn't change them because it made me who I am right now. All the good decisions, all the bad decisions, it made me who I am right now. So my perception right now is that I'm really finding out how much God really loves me. I'm no way perfect. We was just talking back there. And they was talking about somebody, an adult that said he only drank wine, but he's never cussed or anything like that. I'm like, that ain't me. I can't say that. You slap me in my mouth, I'm probably not going to say Jesus. I'm just being honest. I'm probably not going to say Jesus. Like when I hit my leg when I came in, I didn't cuss. I said Jesus. But if you put your hands in my face, I'm probably not going to say Jesus. Because my perception of that situation is going to be totally different. So what is your perception of yourself? How do you see yourself right now? How do you really see yourself? Truthfully, if you look in a mirror, what would you see? What would the reflection be? And could you be happy with what you see? Would you approve of what you see right now if God just showed you a mirror of yourself? Of all the good, all the ugly, all the bad, all the pretty. Could you handle it? The key to it is you have to be able to live with you. It's your perception. It's your journey. It's your life. Check it out. If you can't live with you, how you expect somebody else to? If you don't like you, how is somebody else gonna like you? Y'all, I kid you not. On my phone, my screensaver is a picture of me. It's not of my wife. It's not of my kids. It's not of my grandkids. I got a picture of me, of my faith. I look at it every day. Why? Because I'm happy about where God has taken me. So if I need encouragement, if I can't look at myself and feel good, then there's nothing else I can look at that's going to make me feel any better. If you can't look at yourself and feel good, you need to change your perception of yourself. Because that's not how God created you. That's not how God sees you. That's just part one. It's like 8 parts of this. It's your perception. I really want you to grab a hold of to how do you see yourself? Gideon seen himself as weak, feeble, not worthy. And I'm going to tell you, it's not about what choices you make that makes you not worthy. You make yourself not worthy because God will accept you no matter what. I tell folks, I'm trying to get especially people to see that God loves you regardless of whether you choose to or choose not to obey him. He still loves you. Whether you choose to do good, whether you choose to do bad, God still loves you. No matter what your situation in life is, it doesn't stop God from loving you because it's not based on you. It's based on him. So in this journey, when I really want you to think about this first week as we go through this, Judges 6, 1 through 17, that's the scripture. You might want to read it because we're going to go through it. The first one is, what is your perception of you? How do you see yourself? Because trust me, life is not going to stop unless it's your time. You're going to get up tomorrow morning. And then you're going to have to face life. But if your perception of yourself is not good, you'll walk through the day not feeling good about it.
Bless you. God bless,
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you again. Bless you. Thank you, dear Father. Bless you. So, as you begin to walk, all I want you to do is I want you to realize it's about you. It's not about nobody else. I didn't realize that it was always about me. It wasn't about my family. It wasn't about my mom, my granddad, my grandma, my aunt. It was always about me. It's about you and how you really see you. Everybody can want the world for you, but if you don't want the world, it doesn't matter. I can want you to be successful. If you don't want to be successful, it doesn't matter. I know your parents want you to be successful. Your parents want you to graduate. But if you don't want to graduate and you don't want to be successful, you ain't going to graduate and you ain't going to be successful. All right? It is your perception. Your perception. Got it. That is it.